ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching our station at the entrance to Main Street, USA, gateway to the 7 theme lands of the Magic Kingdom. Please collect your belongings, watch your head and step, and take small children by the hand. We hope you enjoy your day at the Magic Kingdom.
Broadcasting live from 38 Studios in Providence, this is the Go Ask Mickey podcast, helping you with the tips, tricks, and the tools needed to save you time and money on your next Disney vacation. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, send them to goaskmickey@gmail.com.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Go Ask Mickey podcast. My name's Jerry from goaskmickey.com, and joining me along for this ride is the world famous, can I say that? Yeah. The world famous Fast Eddie. On this week, we're talking listener questions. I really appreciate everybody who's sending in these questions. We got lots of questions. Now, I want to just, kind of give back to everybody and let everybody have to be a part of the show where you can actually enjoy the show with your questions. This is what you wanted. This is what you send in, and this is basically your show, and we're giving it right back to you. And we want to be able to save you the time, the money, and give you the knowledge to be able to go to these parks and stay at the resorts and actually save yourself some money so you're not breaking the bank trying to, go on a vacation with your family. Because at a Walt Disney World resort, that happens sometimes. People spend big bucks trying to, make that perfect dream vacation, and sometimes you don't have to do that. It's possible to do other ways and other things to save you that time, to save you the money, and still have that same vacation. So that's what we're all about here, because we're here to save you all that extra junk that you got to go through in order to get that vacation that you really, really want. That you're trying to give your family the best, and it's not breaking your bank. You're not paying it 5 years down the road. So that's what we're all about here. So we appreciate you guys for sending in your questions, but being a part of the show. And then that's what this week's show is about. We're doing listener questions so you guys can be a part of this show. This is you coming back for this episode. This is your input into an episode, and this is going to give it back to you guys. This is what you guys want to hear, and we got your answers all coming up. We definitely have this past weekend was a world record breaking movie theater extravaganza for the Infinity Wars, and Disney took home another gold trophy for this one, because the Infinity War is just an amazing, I don't know if you've seen it yet, I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but this movie is unbelievable. Let me tell you, I saw it the opening night, and it is worth every penny that you can throw at this. This is a definite 2.5 hours. You're getting your money's worth on this. There's non-stop action. It's so worth going and spend. You have to see this. If you're a friend of the Marvel universe, if you like that stuff, then you're gonna love this movie. This movie is fantastic. So that came out this weekend, and that scored like huge. I can't even tell you. It just keeps going up. 100 million, 100 billion, whatever it is, they are making buco bucks with this movie. So Disney has scored another home run. Han Solo's movie's coming out in, I believe it's the May 25th. So that's coming out. There's a lot of movies coming out. I think after that is The Incredibles. Jurassic World, I think, comes out too. So there's a huge thing of movies coming out this summer, so keep up to date with that. And that brings me to the follow-up from, I believe it was a couple episodes ago. I talked about it was a subscription-based service, Movie Pass, that I talked about, and how you can pay, I think it was $10 a month, and you get unlimited movies for that entire month. It's kind of like Netflix, but you actually go to the movie theaters and, watch movies instead of sitting at home. If you haven't heard about it, I talked about it a couple episodes ago. Go back and check those out, because this is an important thing. And what they did is just recently, the past couple days, they have changed the subscription service, and now you're only allowed to go one time to see a movie. So because I believe it's because of Infinity Wars or the amount of movies that are coming out, you can, you can only see the movie once. They're limiting how much you're seeing it. So they don't want you to sell the ticket, or they don't want you to go, because if it was up to me, if I had this movie pass, I would go to Infinity Wars like every other day, because it's so good. And, you get to go to the movies, more, once or twice a week, and it pays for itself. And you could see these new movies coming out. So now they're limiting the amount of movies that you can watch by one movie. So you can only see Infinity Wars once. You can only see the Han Solo movie that's coming out once. And they put a cap on that. So that kind of stinks for the Movie Pass system. But it is so worth it, I think, on the long run, because you can see other movies. There are other movies besides the Disney movies. So you can check those out. And this way, you're getting your money's worth and still getting entertainment from this subscription service. So I think it's totally worth it. Double thumbs up for that one. Hey, if you remember, check us out on the Facebook. Check us out on Twitter. If you can give us a like over there and follow us over there, follow us on the Twitter, that would be awesome. We could really use the help over there. So we appreciate that. So that is pretty much it. We got a lot of news coming up this week. This week has been huge as far as news. The week before was kind of nothing. We kind of missed a episode last week. So I apologize for that. And this week we're going to make up for it. We got lots of news. We got listener questions. We got your questions that you want to hear. You're asking for information on, and we have all that stuff for you. We're going to try to get as many as on the show as possible for this week. But if you have any questions that you definitely want answered on the show, send them over to goaskmickey@gmail.com, because those are where you're going to get the most use out of. If you want an answer on the show, we can answer it on the show. If you just have a general question, is saving money, saving time, whatever you need on, a Disney vacation, because free dining came out, all these new services came out. There's a lot of things, so I'm going to keep you updated on what's going on in the news as far as attractions and transportation and all that stuff. So we're going to talk about that in a sec. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with the news first, and then we're going to hit you with some listener questions. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. We are back, and you are listening to the Go Ask Mickey podcast, where we're giving you this week the news. There's a ton of stuff coming out this week, and I want to make sure you guys get all the information you need, because the summer's coming. There's a lot of things. Toy Story's coming out. There's a lot of stuff coming. Free dining was announced. That's what we're going to talk about right now. We're going to talk about free dining and the free dining plan packages. Room-only discounts are now available, too, for only select dates in 2018. So once again, free dining has emerged with select undiscounted Magic Your Way packages. So you have to buy a non-discounted Magic Your Way package, and the package is you have to get a room and you have to get tickets with that. That's been the case in the last few years, and guests who book a value or a moderate resort get the quick service dining plan, which is the lower tier of the 3 dining plans. You get the quick service, you get your middle of the road, which has table service, which is the regular dining plan, and then you have a deluxe dining plan, which is absolutely ridiculous, and you get so much food, you're too tired to move. So I would not suggest the deluxe, but the quick service and the middle of the road one are really good. So the value and the moderates will receive a quick service dining plan, and guests who book a deluxe or a deluxe villa will receive the standard dining plan, which is your basic, your table service, not the super duper deluxe, eat your everything plan. Guests wishing to upgrade to a higher price dining plan may do so by paying the difference in price, which is probably, I think it's like $20 per day. So if you wanted to, if you're staying at Pop Century, you're at a value resort, and you want to upgrade to that table service, that regular dining plan that they're offering for the deluxe, you can pay an extra, I believe it's $20. I might be wrong, it might be $17, but it's around $20 a day to upgrade to that service. So, do the math, figure out if it's worth doing that upgrade, because, you might be better off paying it out of pocket or just staying on the quick service, because, it depends on how you tour the parks. You might be, a nonstop stay in the parks all day. You don't want to stop. You want to ride rides. You take a quick service. That's what they call it, a quick service. You grab a burger and you're going. That's what it is. So, unless you do like to take that break and, sit down at a table and have a dinner at night and rest, in air conditioning, which isn't a bad idea, especially in Florida. But that's your choice. So that's the offer that they are still offering you. Now, this popular deal can be booked through July 7th, 2018, and requires a minimum of 4-night stay and 4-day tickets with the Park Hopper or Park Hopper Plus. The Park Hopper Plus is just the water parks. They add the water parks to that. So that's another option as well. Now, this deal is valid for the following late summer and winter dates, okay? Now, hold on. It is August 8th through the 20th for the Visa card members only, okay? That they added that a little extra week in there for if you have a Disney Visa card and you want that free dining and you're going from August 8th to August 20th, you can jump on that, and as long as you present that you have a Visa card to the cast members. They also have August 20th through the 29th. Jumps right over to November 24th to the 27th, so you only have 3 days. And now December 7th to December 23rd. Now, you will be able to keep that free dining package as long as you're in that window. So if you go on November 27th, and that's the last day of the free dining, you are offered that free dining. Even if you're staying for 2 weeks after the 27th, you are allowed to keep that free dining for the amount of days that you're staying. So keep that in mind. In addition, Walt Disney World has also announced a new hotel focus deal that will allow guests to get a discount of up to, I love when they say that, up to 25% off a room only or the room portion of a package at select property hotels for stays between August 2nd and October 7th, okay? So now with a minimum stay of restrictions, that does apply. So additionally, guests do not need to purchase theme park tickets to take advantage of this deal. So if you have an annual pass, you're good. You can stay and or you can get your tickets somewhere else. Undercover Tourist, that's it. Undercover Tourist offers a really good deal sometimes on tickets. So you might want to go over there. You're saving a few bucks over there. Any dollar is really a savings. So it's a great choice for annual pass holders, and the breakdown is up to 25% of most deluxe and deluxe villa rooms, up to 25% off most moderate resort rooms, and up to 20% for value rooms and the campsites at Fort Wilderness. So both of these offers exclude the villas at the Grand Floridian, the Bay Lake Tower, the bungalows, the Polynesian bungalows, and the villas. The Little Mermaid rooms are not included, as well as the Art of Animation. No, just the Little Mermaid rooms. The campsites are excluded, and the 3-bedroom villas are also excluded. Stays must be booked by September 7th to take advantage of this deal. So you get the room only, or you can have the free dining. You got to do the math. We had an episode last week that we talked about doing basic Disney math. Do the math, find out what works for you. You know, don't listen to anybody else about saying, well, it's not worth it. It's worth it if you're saving money. So don't, just run the numbers for both categories. And I also had last week, I put in a link for the show of the paying out of pocket. So if you're going to Disney and say you're getting a room only discount, you still have to pay for your food out of pocket. This website that I put on the link of last week's show, the show notes, offered the dining options. Now, how much you're going to spend, how much you're staying, and it gives you a rundown. It's like a calculator, a dining calculator for staying at Walt Disney World. And it gives you that option of, if you plug in the numbers, you're staying, 5 days, 10 days, whatever, how many days you're staying, and you put in how many people staying and where you plan on eating, it'll tell you how much it's going to cost you, basically, in a roundabout way, an estimate on what it's going to cost, So then you can plug that number in and say, okay, it's going to be this much for food, this much for the room only, and if you go to Undercover Tourist or you buy your tickets through Disney, how much are those going to cost? Then you can compare that to the free dining and see which one wins. That's what I talked about last week on the free dining episode. It's a win-win situation as long as you're doing the math. So just do the math and see what works out for you. You'll be surprised at what the numbers are going to run. All right, we're moving on to Extra Magic Hours start up again at Disney's Animal Kingdom this week. Now, last summer, daily Extra Magic Hours at the Animal Kingdom were a hit, and it looks like Disney is ready to start this program back up again. And before the summer officially starts, they're adding the morning Extra Magic Hours are going to be set to be available almost every day beginning later this week on April 29th and running all the way to June 30th. So before Toy Story opens, they're running Animal Kingdom Extra Magic Hours all the way till then. So from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. before the park opens, the difference here is that Disney will not be limiting these extra hours to just Pandora. Now, they did that last year, so they're not going to be doing that again. But I'm pretty much guaranteeing that that's where people are going to go first. So there's no announcement that has been made about this program after June 30th. So things are probably going to change because of Toy Story Land is going to be opening. And, they're going to push that part. So this is going to go from now until June 30th. They're going to be pushing the Animal Kingdom Extra Magic Hours. And it's always popular because people like to get there. If you're staying on site, you get those Extra Magic Hours. And that's a huge benefit for you because you're staying there, 8 o'clock in the morning is not too bad. You get by the bus by 7:15. You're at the parks. You're 8 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, you've done most of the rides that you want to ride. You can take a break, do whatever you want, go back to your hotel. And that's the beauty of being able to tour the parks nice and bright and early, and the animals are awake. That's a huge benefit. So check that out over at Animal Kingdom because that'll be going on starting pretty much today. Yeah. Also in Hollywood Studios, speaking of Toy Story Land, they just added the huge Toy Story Land sign was just installed, and earlier this week they added the final details to the Toy Story Land logo and the sign. I'm gonna put no, I already put a picture up over on my Twitter page. Check that out because it's a really nice, entrance to the land that they're gonna be offering. Welcoming guests to the new land. Alongside is a giant Woody statue. It's kind of like the one over at All-Star Movies. They have a gigantic Buzz and Woody over there. It both has concept art and model inside the Walt Disney presents attraction. The fact that Disney has installed the new sign shows that the land is just about ready to make its debut, and hopefully we'll be hearing stuff soon, probably about soft openings and previewing the Toy Story land. People are going to be talking about that soon. So keep an eye on that. If you're a big fan of the Toy Story saga, stuff going on over there, and they should be opening very soon with some soft openings. Keep an eye for that if you're a big fan. Also, we have transportation issues going on with the Friendship boats over at Hollywood Studios as well. Now, they have suspended, beginning next week, the Friendship boat service that connects Hollywood Studios to Epcot, as well as the area resorts, will now be unavailable beginning next month. As work on the Swan and Dolphin Bridge will temporarily halt, this service beginning on May 7th, it is unknown how long this work will be ongoing. Guests wanting to travel between the Epcot or its resorts and Disney's Hollywood Studios in the near future will need to use a bus system to get around for at least a few weeks. You can either walk. It's a 15-minute walk. I think it's from from Hollywood Studios to Epcot. So there's like a 15-minute walk. You could take an Uber. You could take a taxi. You could take the bus. You know, there are different options, but just plan ahead because those boats, they're great. I love taking the ferry, the boats, but they're going to be shutting that down for a little bit soon, and doing stuff over there. Also going on in Animal Kingdom, we have Pandora, the World of Avatar, has an entire week, and it's still going, of technical difficulties. Now, this week has been a tough one for Animal Kingdom, and its newest land, Pandora, the World of Avatar, saw both full and partial closures over the past several days, with the Navi River Journey attraction closed most of the week. So fortunately, as of the 28th, both the Navi River Journey as well as Avatar Flight of Passage are going to be starting operation again on a regular schedule. So they say. So, I don't know what the issue was. I'm going to have to dig a little deeper to find out what the problem actually was. I heard it was the fire alarms, but I don't know exact details yet, and I'm not going to say that it was or was not. So, I'll find out, probably give you a buzz next week, or I'll put up the info on my Facebook page and let you know from there. But that pretty much sums up the news this week. Also, it's still up in the air. It's not official yet, but Bob Gurr has announced that there might be an order for new monorails going through. Now, that is a possibility that we don't know about yet. There isn't confirmed word, but it's a possibility, and I've been hearing lots of stuff about this. Now, a lot of people have been screaming about these monorails and how, run down and smelly, definitely smelly. They've been doing lots of talking about ordering new monorails and stuff, so this might be an option where they're definitely going to be putting it in, because they're really updating a lot of things right now. So that is up in the air as far as, that transportation aspect. So the boats are down. They might order some new monorails, and there's stuff going on at Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. So that is the news for this week. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with listener questions from you guys. You guys have really stepped up to the plate and thrown a ton of questions at us. So we're going to try to get to as many as possible. We're going to take a break, and we will be back to answer your questions in just 2 and 2. We'll be right back.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. In-the-Car Nose Picker.
Mr. In-the-Car Nose Picker.
For you, the daily commute isn't simply a drive to the office. It's a hands-on exploration deep into your schnoz.
I'm going in now.
With pinpoint accuracy and sheer determination, you dig for boogers like miners dig for gold.
Hit the jackpot.
And why do you do it? 'Cause the windows are up and you think we can't see you. We can.
How you doing?
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh nabber of the nose nugget. We'd like to shake your hand, but you'll have to wash it first.
Mr. In-the-Car Nose Picker.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
All right, we are back, and we have a lot of questions for you this week. So we're gonna hit it right off by talking about question number. We got question number 1. This is from Sandy, and she originally booked. It says we originally booked our vacation for the Beach Club Resort in September, and we will have our 5-year-old twin girls and a 10-month-old. So that's three kids. I'm assuming 5. Now that free dining opened, we are not able to get it with our original vacation at the beach club. But the Boardwalk Inn across the way was available. My question is, we are doing one pool day, and is the Boardwalk Inn pool nice for 5-year-olds? The beach club seemed to have a much nicer pool, and I just wanted to see if a Boardwalk Inn is too nice or is nice enough. I've only spoken to people that have stayed at the beach club. Thoughts on the Boardwalk versus the beach club resorts? Now, what's going on here is you're being bounced from the beach club because you can't get the free dining, but it's offered at the Boardwalk. Now, I'm not sure if the free dining is offered at Yacht. You might want to try the Yacht Club to see if that's available in there as well, because they do share the same pool. Now, you're not allowed at the beach club, but the Yacht Club and the beach club share the same pool, so you might want to check that one out. As far as the Boardwalk, I don't know. The Boardwalk has this clown pool, and it's a little freaky sometimes, because I don't know if you ever seen pictures of it. If you get a chance, go on Google and check out the Boardwalk pool, because you got like Bozo the Clown, and there's like this slide that you're sliding out of his mouth. It's a little freaky deaky, and it's a great pool, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if it's good for a 5-year-old, especially 2 5-year-olds. They would love the pirate stuff. They would love the what'd you say, was it 2 girls? Yeah, 2 girls. They would love the sandy bottom pool. There's so much. There's the pool at the beach club is kind of like a water park, so you definitely want to be able to entertain your kids, especially on a pool day. And with the beach club, it's huge to be able to go to that resort, stay there, and be able to go in that pool, because that's a full day of pool time at that resort. As far as Boardwalk, it's not so much, but you're probably going to save a lot more money because it's a little cheaper over at the Boardwalk as compared to the beach and the yacht. But I would definitely suggest, before you do anything, check over at the Yacht Club. They might have availability, and they do share that pool, so check that out first. If not, there's nothing wrong with the Boardwalk. You can do that, or you can add the Park Hopper Plus, which offers the water park package, and then you can try going to a water park if that's what your thing is. But I would definitely check those out, and definitely go for the Yacht Club first before anything else. So good luck with that. Let me know how you make out. Alright, the next question we have here is, does anyone have an update on the renovations at Pop? I would like to have a renovated room going in August, so I'm assuming August of 2018, with the summer room discount. My options are 50s, 60s, and 70s sections. I would prefer 70s or the 60s. Are these updated yet? Thanks. Yes, they're pretty much by August, they will be fully 100% completely updated. So you will have no problems in finding a renovated room. Those rooms are great. I posted lots of pictures on my Facebook and my Twitter. So if you're looking for what they look like, head over to my Twitter page at GoAskMickey1 and check them out over there, because there's so many changes that they put into effect, and there's so many positive views on this renovation. I mean, a lot of people saying it kind of looks like Kia-ish, but it all depends on what you feel is a change. Now, those rooms were very old. They were very dated. These are nice. They got the hardwoods. It's very clean. It's very fresh, new. Anything in that, perspective is a great thing at Disney. So definitely enjoy the renovated rooms. I would go with either. I just stayed there recently and we did the 60s. And I know the 60s have been done, so I would definitely put in a request for the 60s. It's nice in the middle of the road, not too far walking. I would definitely check that out. Alright, we got another question from no name. This one is, I think I might be missing something. Maybe you guys can help. How do people afford to take a family of 5 and 4 teenagers without being smashed into one room or paying over $25,000 for the vacation? It's 2 couples, including my husband and myself, and we all share and we all snore, so each couple needs their own room. Yeah, I hear you there. We take my mom with us, who is 72, and she likes her family. And she likes her privacy. At least in regards to the other family being in the villa with us. If just my husband and mom, we're going to rent a 1-bedroom, and she stays in the living room area, plus the 4 teenagers who are all 16 through 18 years old. I'm less concerned about where they sleep. They can sleep on the floor or the couches, etc. But when I'm trying to book a vacation at Disney, with the way they do reservations, it's hard to book a 2-bedroom villa and then just an add-on room for the kids. We love staying on property, and last time we all went over Thanksgiving, we rented a 2-bedroom and a 1-bedroom villa at Boulder Ridge, but that cost well over $25,000 for the trip. Yeah, I'd say so. Is it cheaper to just book 4 separate rooms with the package for each room? I'm not looking for an absolute cheapest rack bottom way of getting to Disney with a large party, but more of a middle ground. I've looked at renting points, but that's about $8,000 for a 2-bedroom, so still $16,000 without park tickets and the dining plan. Thanks in advance for your insight and stories and how. Thanks for your advice and thanks in advance for your insight. All right, so what she has going on here is that she has a family of 5 adults, 4 teenagers. So that is 9 people altogether, and everybody wants their own bed. So you got 9 beds to fill. So, like she said, 2-bedroom villas. You can go for a 3-bedroom villa. You're still getting 6, maybe 7, 8. You're still missing like a couple people. So you definitely gotta have like 3 or 4 rooms. Now you could do this cheapo version and go to Pop and get, like 5 rooms. And that should cover it, but 5 rooms, you do the math, you're going, you didn't say how much. No, you didn't say how long you were staying, unless I missed it. But yeah, probably I'm assuming a week. So the thing is, with something like this, you could do that. You get tickets, you get the dining plan, and you'll stay 5 rooms at, say, Pop or wherever. You could try Art of Animation with the suites, but those are kind of pricey too. Those are like $200 to $300, and you're gonna need 2 of those suites. So you're looking at, like 2 Art of Animation suites. You could try the cabins over at Fort Wilderness. Those sleep, I believe, 9. I'm not sure what the price would be in, I believe it's August, you said? So I would check out those, or you could do, my buddy just bought a house down about 10 minutes from Disney, and I have a link for it. It's Orlando Rent-A-Villa, and you could actually stay off-site and rent a house where they have a pool. They have this house he just bought sleeps like 12 people. They have like 3.5 baths. They got a pool table, the whole works, and you're about 10 minutes off property. So, you know, depending on what you're willing to spend, something like that could run you really cheap for a family of 9. You know, so that is a huge savings right there. You stay off site. I mean, Disney is so expensive now. $25,000 for a week. That's ridiculous. You know, I mean, you could spend a week at this, you know, my buddy's house, and spend $2,000 for a week. You know, like the night and day. Now you still have to buy your tickets, yes, and you still have to buy food, but you have an option. Everybody gets their own room, and you have options to eat there, as well as eating out. And you know, you still have to do a travel expense as far as renting cars. You have to also factor in parking fee at the theme parks themselves. Those are like $20-25 a pop. So once you do the math with that, I still think you're going to save a ton of money. So I'm going to put a link in the show notes for his house that he's renting out, and it's definitely worth it. Anybody else who's listening who is considering going off site, because Disney is getting crazy expensive and it's only going to get worse, and it's tough to do, you know, a Disney trip with all those options added and without, you know, paying through the nose for stuff. So here's option B, which is staying off-site. You know, there are off-site hotels, but if you have a large family and a large amount of people like that, I would definitely suggest staying in a home, and my buddy's got the best place for that. So check it out. I'll put the link in the show notes. They got pictures of the houses. They got the price, everything. You go on there, you check the date, check the price. It's flat fee, boom, you're done. That's a great deal. So I would definitely check that out, because it's going to save you money. You could do 2 trips for $25,000 a year for, you know, staying off site. So, and maybe even 3 trips, depends on the math. But I would definitely suggest checking that out, because, you know, paying $25,000 to stay in a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom villa, you still need like 2 or 3, sometimes 4 rooms. And at Disney, those add up, you know, and you're stuck on transportation wise. You're moving 9 people around. That's a lot of people. So check that out. I'll leave it in the show notes. And that is it for this week's show. We'll be right back to close it out in 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to the Go Ask Mickey podcast.
Oh my God!
All right, that is it for this week's show. I'd like to thank everybody who sent in questions this week. There was a couple more that we never even got a chance to get to, and hopefully we'll answer those through emails. Other than that, hopefully that information that we gave you guys, you can use in the parks, in Walt Disney World, at the resorts, wherever you're going to be. Hopefully that saves you the time and the money that you're going to need to enjoy that vacation even more. So hopefully that works out for you guys. If anybody else has any questions you want answered, send them on over to us, goaskmickey@gmail.com, and we will answer those questions either on the air or through the email. But other than that, we're going to let you go for this week. Thank you guys for tuning in, listening, downloading. You can check us out on iTunes. Give us a rate and review. If you like what you hear, rate and review us over there, because that makes more and more people see us, the more the ratings we get. So if you get a chance, rate and review us over at iTunes. Check us out on Spotify, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Overcast, There's so many, all these places. But mainly, even Podbean. I think we're on Podbean too. So yeah, check us out. Follow us on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. We're trying to build up the numbers on Facebook. Check us out over there. And until next time, Disney Nation. Those are the words. Rock on.
Head on over to goaskmickey.com or check us out on Facebook or leave us a review on iTunes.